But it's definitely got a more refined sweet spot in comparison to Quest 2.
It does. It's got a very tight sweet spot. That is true.
Yeah.
Like very tight, like millimeters. You got to get it right on, perfectly. Yeah. So, has it lived up to the hype? Yeah, it has. I think some people might be disappointed though, because it's different. People who have played VR, I went over this in the review, but I'll just touch on it again. People who have played VR before are going to be looking for things like screen door effects and all of these little things. So at first they're going to be hyper focused on the display. So that's what we did pretty much, isn't it? As soon as I got in and we started playing GT7, we was enjoying it a lot, but we wasn't getting the full experience because we was distracted by like analysing it.
Fiddling about.
Yeah,
fiddling about and trying to get that perfect comfort.
But for someone who's totally new to VR, they'd have a complete different experience because they wouldn't know what to look for. And I think
they're going to be blown up. They'll be blown away, mate. There's no two ways about it. This was my first. I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous because, mate, what an experience to have as your first headset.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Dave, because new people might expect crystal clear, lifelike graphics or something. Because something I did hear a lot, like when I was watching, like before release, people who got their hands on the headset who were playing things like Gran Turismo 7. You'd have comments saying like, how clear is it? How crisp is it? And then the comments would say, oh, it's just like you see on screen. But it isn't. It's not. It's never like that in VR, you know? So some people might have been expecting lifelike clarity. So some people might have been disappointed in that sense as well. It's hard. It's hard to measure levels of hype for a headset because everyone has a different experience.
When I first got the Oculus Go, that was my first headset, okay? I spent about 20 minutes in Oculus home screen. I was blown away, mate, with the Oculus Go. So,
yeah,
and that was from a new user at the time, you know.
Yeah,
I was blown away with that.
You're probably right, but I think the most impressed people for the PSVR2 are going to be people who've only played the PSVR 1.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big difference. It is a big difference. Yeah. Just graphically, obviously, and the haptics. Like I say, that was impressive. The HDR screen, Dave, that's my favourite thing. Not just because of the colours, but just because of the contrast and the lights, like the dazzling effects when you know, like headlights and stuff. Like I say, it's like
sun.
Yeah, the sun.
Reflections.
It's like I said it in the review. The best way to explain it is, do you know when you're actually driving a car in real life at night, and then the headlights of some other car behind you? You don't have to look directly at those headlights to have a sensation of being dazzled in your eye. You don't get that from any other kind of screen. It was my first time using a HDR screen.
Dazzled.
Yeah, dazzled. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like life. It's lifelike, but it's not. I don't really know how to describe it. You can't describe it to people. They got to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, has it lived up to the hype? I'd say it has, but I think for some people,
for me,
it's going to be a case by case basis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.